Welcome to my virtual exhibition, which is based on the pictures I created in 2024, which are called Motion. I'm standing in front of the first picture of this series, and motion is something which has become dear in my life, where I realized that we are all in motion, and if we want to achieve our goals in life, we want to be a blessing here on earth, then we need to move, we need motion. And so this picture, as you see, first of all, it's been taken in two different places. The portrait has been taken in Wetzlar. The pictures at the sea have been taken in Zingst. This is all motion. You're moving from one place to another. We have the sea, which is moving. The waves, they're never exactly the same. It's all in motion. Everything, the sea is constantly in motion. Lots of energy. It's all in motion, going from one place to another. Looks similar. It's never the same. Then we have the birds. They're also in motion. Flying, walking. And so this is a depiction of our inner life. If we are inwardly moving, if we are changing, say if I see things in my life which are not good, and I work on them, this is motion. I see I'm an egoist, I change to being a giver, this is motion. And the more I just let go and listen to the divine voice in me, then I'm in motion, I'm in change. In my motion series, I try to depict motion not only by the content of the pictures, but also by the way that I've created them. So as we've seen before, motion is where I've taken the pictures in different places, but here I went a step further and said I'm using different media, which is also then motion. It shows motion. So first of all, we have just some fabric. The pictures are printed on paper and then fixed on the fabric. The pictures themselves, they're also using different technology. So I did the pictures using my analog camera. Then I digitalized them with my digital camera. And then edited them a bit on the computer and printed them with my printer. And then I just took some paint and splashed it over the pictures, and this is all motion. So we have just the technical part, which is motion, and then we still have the content. We have every picture, which is the 35mm film. I just did a picture of the film and then turned it into a positive on the computer. We have just a message like motion is life, or we have here listen to my inner voice, divine power, and these are all phrases which just help the viewer to just think what is my life, what I'm doing, what am I up to, just look at the picture, see what it does in you, and then just see what these phrases do. The idea is that I actually understand that I need a higher power which is actually guiding me, and therefore I listen to my inner voice, and then my life is in motion because things are changing towards the good. I myself have been going through many processes in my life, and the fact that I'm here and can speak to you and can show my art is just a result of many inner processes of motion. And therefore I also try to show this motion in these pictures, or also by the fabric. The whole thing is in movement, depending on where it's hanging. This picture is going to be different. This is also motion. And in order to go through these inner changes, you just need to really trust. Therefore, one thing is here, I trust the divine in me. And this helped me to go from being a tail, from being scared of people, to being inwardly transformed, to be on the way to being bold. I'm still not quite there, but it's more and more a reality. And therefore that's something which I'm trying to show also in this picture, is that you just need really this inner trust. You need to trust in something bigger than yourself, else it's pretty difficult to get something done in this world. Better said, to be even changed. Then we have what is it good for? That's also another saying, because a lot of things happen in our life where you really don't know what it's good for. But I believe that everything is to our best when we trust in this higher power in us. Another question is that, am I on the wave? Life is like waves, and sometimes you're under the wave, sometimes you're surfing the wave, on top of the wave. And there's also a good question to ask, what is happening now? Am I underneath, on top? If I'm underneath, I'll just get back on track. Of course, it's easier said than done in the moment, but when you trust in this higher power in you, you always know you have this help, you have this faith, and over time things work out. The last picture of the motion series in this exhibition is this picture, which is a bit more on the digital side. It's moving, and here we have a new dimension of motion where actually the paper changes its shape. So by the changing humidity, we see that the shape of the paper, the form, is changed. And we also see the paint flowing down, which is also motion. And we see the pictures, the different waves, which are also in motion. So here again, just a lot of motion in this picture, which helps us just to look, come to inner peace, and just feel this motion in us. Here it says, if I connect to the divine in me, my life begins to move. Motion towards me living my calling, and thus making this world a better place. And this is my deep wish, my deep desire, that every one of us find where in this world, where in our life is our place to really be inwardly transformed, give our part in society and make this world a better place. This is a reason why also I'm making art, so that we really get out of our everyday lives, where it's just about survival, about solving problems, about somehow getting over, to really live, to really receive a life. So when we look at my art, my deepest desire and wish is that we really come into this inner peace and receive what is my part, what can I give, what can I do. And if we all do this, our world will be a better place. This piece of art is a sculpture which I made together with my son. He made all the wooden part. And I just love also painting. I love photography, therefore I try to bring both together. And this piece of art is called Move. It's the cube Move. And here it says on the back, be bold, listen to your heart, be a blessing. You know, listening to your heart, doing this, what really you feel is the good, is often requires being bold. Because circumstances might be against you, people might be against you, your own thoughts and feelings and experiences might be against you. Therefore, you do need to be bold to do this, what you deep inside feel that's the right thing to do. But this way, if you do so, you are a blessing and you are moving. Listening to my inner voice is one thing, but another thing is knowing to where I am going. And therefore I've created this series, which is called Me Creator, as we see here. It's a similar principle as some of the motion pictures, where I've taken analog film, I've just taken analog pictures, had the analog film developed, then digitalized it with my camera, and just took the pictures as they were, added some text on it, changed them a little bit on the computer by just turning them into positive, but I didn't do a lot of editing. Basically, I took the film as it was, so the numbers here on the side, this is exactly how it was on the film. And I just took these pictures to show or to help us all to understand that we actually are not victims of our circumstances. If I don't like my life as it is now, I can change it. And I start doing so by saying the words, saying what I really want that happens in my life, saying whom I want to be, how I want to be. As it says in the Bible, God said and it was. It's the same principle for us. It needs a certain way to trust that it is so, believe that it is so. It requires faith. But if you go that way, listen to your inner voice, go step by step, you will come to this point where you realize it is like that. If I think bad things about myself, I experience these bad things. If I think good things about myself, I experience good things. It's a question of time, it's a question of trust going these steps. But I can do things, I can say who I want to be. Like I can say here, power to change is in me. If I trust that there is a higher power in me, I know this power to change is in me, I can speak it out and it becomes a reality in my life. Or another thing is I am peace. If I'm in an unrest, can't hear anything, can't even hear my inner voice, then I can say I am peace. And it becomes after time. Life also helps me when I'm in difficult circumstances. These are also things which really change me from inside. And we have other sayings like I am moving and so on. And this is this whole idea of I can change my circumstances. Like I haven't been an artist, I've been saying over the years, I am an artist, and I am on the way to becoming an artist. I have it in my hand, whether my miserable life stays miserable or whether it goes step by step into a change, into something which I say, hey, this is life, living life worthy, I love my life and I'm living this, I'm living my calling, I'm contributing to society, I'm full of life, full of joy because I am the person who I've been created to be.